This is the story of a sailor's worst nightmare.
We are entering the peak period for us for the storm, which means that we are seeing the 25 knot sustained winds with 45 knot gust. The storm is really picking up and things are starting.
It's only been 6 months since our structurally compromised vessel was deemed seaworthy, and only 6 weeks since we moved aboard as full-time sailors. These weeks have been the golden culmination of years of sacrifice and effort. But if I know nothing else, it's that a beautiful and happy existence can be so fragile, and at any second your personal living hell can burst from the shadows. So despite doing the sensible thing of keeping our family and our boat north of the hurricane belt, we woke up in our quaint and calm anchorage to the headline, "First hurricane in 30 years to hit New England." And that angry mass of swirling chaos is barreling directly for us on the island of Martha's Vineyard. As panic set in, we analyzed the forecasts and consulted with the other sailors around us. Our unanimous decision was to tuck tail and to flee west to the Narragansett Bay. We are Brett and Jade Evans. We bought a wrecked sailboat at auction, then dedicated the last year to bringing her back to life. Now it's time to transform her into our off-grid floating home. Subscribe and join us as we embark on our greatest expedition yet.
Did you know that 2 out of 3 guys will experience some form of male pattern baldness by the time they're 35? But don't despair. With Keeps, your receding shoreline can be treated from the comfort of your own home. And is more affordable than ever, since Keeps offers the generic versions of the FDA-approved medications for hair loss. Remember, just like forest fires, prevention is key. It can take 4 to 6 months or more to start seeing results, so act fast, because the sooner you start Keeps, the more hair you keeps. Go to keeps.com/expeditionevans or click the link in the description for 50% off your first order. That's keeps.com/expeditionevans.
There's a hurricane coming in 2 days. It's already starting to get windy. We gotta get going. Bridge opens in about 10 minutes. We're getting the anchor raised. I think there's 3 boats coming in, 2 boats going out, and we're one of them. It was very orchestrated. There was 3 boats that came in, 3 boats that went out, plus a couple little fishing boats. So it was busy, but uneventful.
We're gonna row our sails up and get out of here. Because we are leaving Martha's Vineyard for somewhere a little safer, and we are not the only ones. We are leaving with about every other boat on the island. Imagine, you know how you see videos of people on foot fleeing a tsunami or an earthquake or an avalanche and everybody's just running in panic? That's kind of how it feels right now. We are all out of here. All the boats, everybody. And we're all going the same direction. So at least we're in it together, but man, it's gonna be quite the sail. Passing somebody in a sailboat feels a little bit uncomfortable just because you pass them so slowly. Hey, how's it going? Nice sail trim. That kind of thing.
We are cooking along. We're at 8 knots on the nose, 40 degrees to port, 19 knots of wind. We're moving pretty good here. Keeled over 20 degrees. Everything's falling over.
You can sit by me, but let's move it, okay? Good girl. Come on. Let's move it.
Tensions are high. We are headed west as fast as possible. I was stressed. We were stressed. We were nervous. We're like, okay, we need to get out of here. Then now
the last 24 hours or so, it's just gotten really tense, really stressful. We've had a bunch of friends who are paying attention to the weather calling us, being like, you need to get out of there. Where are you? We'll come get you. Everybody's a little nervous, but like I think their nerves compounded on my own. But still fine though, like we still have plenty of time, right? We're getting out of there. But just being out here with all of these other boats and hearing how stressed all the other captains are on the radio, like you can just hear it in their voice. There's so much tension. Everybody's nervous. People are cussing each other out on the radios. I don't know, I'm a little scared. I think we'll be okay, but man, I want to get out of here quickly. Also, I'm a little bit seasick. I can't decide if I'm hot or if I'm cold, and nothing's comfortable to wear. Not doing too hot out here in front of the hurricane.
Everybody is headed this way, and most people are motoring. Maybe we should just flip on the engine and just beeline it.
Nah.
That was traumatic. We're sailing along and I thought, wow, the water looks shallow up there. It's a little bit different color, and I looked at the chart and it's supposed to be 20 to 25 feet of depth, and I was like, nah, that's plenty. We dropped, 6, and I just slowly watched our depth gauge go down, 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 and all the way, it went down to 4.5, which means that it was, about 10 feet of water, which is not what the chart said. Whew. Just watching those numbers get smaller and smaller and smaller, I was freaking out, because at this point there isn't really anything we can do, because I mean it's the same color on both sides, so for all I know it's shallower on both sides of us. We're good. Back to 25.
Stars, I wanna drive a faster car.
I don't know. There's less sailboats around us, more motorboats. More sailboats have rolled up their sails or put them all away and motored. There's a couple sailboats out still. One guy's going the wrong way. We thought about warning him.
Like, hey, there's a hurricane.
Yeah, did you get the memo? Our current dilemma is, so we're going pretty fast. We're doing 6 knots right now. We could put out some more sail, but we're doing 6 knots, but the problem is we actually need to go that direction. So we're about 45 degrees off of the actual direction we need to go. So even though we're going at a good pace, we're zigzagging our way there. So we're probably doubling or more our distance that we have to go. We could furl in our sails and just motor and blast there. It'll be way less comfortable, but we'll get there faster. So it's like, I don't know. As for now, we're sailing. It's nice sailing.
How's the forecast look?
It's gonna be like this until tomorrow night. Well, tomorrow actually gets pretty calm. Right before the storm, literally. But the whole day is gonna be like this, so, I mean, might as well sail. For now, at least. How you feeling, Jade? Tired?
I'm feeling a lot better. The waves have definitely calmed down as we've gotten a little farther out. Sometimes they're a little bigger, but it doesn't feel so choppy anymore. And we're also all spreading out now as we get farther away from Martha's Vineyard. I feel like that's where everybody's kind of coming from. And so now that we're out here, everybody has a little bit more space, so it's a little less stressful. Before we were cutting, and man, we had like one boat almost hit us, and so this is better. That's what I'm saying. Things are good. Much improved.
Much improved. They're in the like pantry. Just in the little Ziploc.
Whew. Yeah, no digging through cabinets for me today. Am I green?
Do you feel green? The winds have lightened up a little bit, so I pulled out the rest of the main. It's nice and pretty. We're gonna leave the head furled up a little bit just because the head is really easy to get overpowered. And so I'm gonna leave that one furled as it is. We'll keep the main, it's all the way out now, and see how we do.
feel a lot better. Good idea, Brett. It's helping.
I get a little bit seasick most times we go on sails that have kind of bigger seas like this. Jade, this is kind of a first for her to get seasick while we're sailing. So if anybody has any tips and tricks, we've tried some of the other stuff like ginger, a little piece of candy, minimal caffeine in the morning. We didn't really eat anything. I think that's probably one of our bigger problems, is that we haven't eaten really anything today. Jade might be as like nervous sick as she is seasick. What do you think?
I think we might be onto something there. But the candy helped, though. So I feel like since the candy helped, there's something to be said about seasickness.
Or you're starving for calories.
Could be that one.
We figured while it's relevant, we'll answer one of your questions. People have asked, do the dogs get seasick? And thus far, no, not at all. They're both just sleeping. Penny's getting a drink of water if she can reach. Like they really could care less about the sea state or whatever. When it gets really rough, they lay down. But we've never had either of them act sick at all. They eat and drink and sleep and play.
We got really lucky with
Yeah.
these dogs.
Yeah,
It could've
that's not anything of our doing.
Yeah, we got lucky.
Just luck, I guess.
Yeah.
But if you're game, I am willing to jump. 'Cause I've been thinking about crossing the line and just giving. And I'm feeling the way I do.
Good news. We have made it almost to Newport. We are passing the Newport mansions right now. Bad news.
Hurricane Henry is on his way here.
The forecast just changed and we're screwed. We went the absolute wrong direction. It changed and it's gonna hit east of us now, or potentially west of us now. We went west so it would hit east of us, but then it changed and it came with us.
Yeah, so this morning when we left Martha's Vineyard, it was forecasted to hit basically Martha's Vineyard. And so we came west, which was gonna put us in the clear completely. And now
Yeah, we were gonna
as
have, what, like 20-mile-per-hour winds maybe?
not even that. It was gonna be like 15 knot winds.
Yeah.
And now as we've gotten here, the forecast just updated, and now it's basically gonna hit Long Island Sound, which is west of us.
And then pass kind of right north of us.
Yeah, so it's like, basically what it is too far away for them to know exactly where it's gonna hit. And so we're kind of in a bind.
We're like, where do we go?
Because we may be going literally the wrong direction.
To the eye of the hurricane.
To the eye of the hurricane.
Hey, honey, let's go anchor in the eye of the hurricane.
Or we may be going into a safe place. Right now is anybody's guess. And depending on which forecast you look at, it's gonna hit west or it's gonna hit east. And
it's only been 4.5 hours,
Yeah.
5 hours since the forecast saying it was gonna be
east.
east.
So we're a little nervous.
We're trying to decide if we should turn around or if we should hide and tuck our tails up in the Narragansett.
Yeah, so we're thinking right now what we may do is we may just find some place to drop the anchor tonight nearby, because we're kind of still a little bit in the middle. And then once the forecast comes out tomorrow morning, we can go either direction from there. And
But who are we kidding? Kidding.
I think we've made the decision to not make a decision. The weather is decidedly undecisive. No?
There's nothing we can't make a decision about where to go, because we could turn around, but then if the hurricane shifts, we're going to be stuck in a position where we have nowhere safe to go.
We're currently headed into the Narragansett Bay. We'll have the new forecast in the morning, and we will make the decision from there whether or not to go further up the Narragansett or to head back east. Regardless, it's cutting it close.
I don't think I've ever been this scared before. I'm scared.
It's a small hurricane. It's barely a hurricane. I actually think it's a tropical storm.
It's a small hurricane right now, but it's gonna be a hurricane by the time it gets here. I'm just saying, it's hard to not know what's gonna happen.
It's crazy that 6 hours ago the forecast said the place we're going is gonna be totally fine, totally safe, and now it's like, well, that was stupid. Why'd you go that way? Oh man.
One big important thing is that we have a new anchor for us that we need to get. We had it delivered up here in the Narragansett Bay, and if we're gonna get hit by a hurricane,
It would be nice to have.
I would like that new anchor on our boat.
So we'll show it to you when we get it, whether or not that's tomorrow or in a few days or tonight.
All right, we are gonna tuck under the Newport bridge. We're gonna anchor, and we're gonna wait.
We will report back later with more feelings. We made the decision this morning to come up to the Kikamoot River, and we just got here. We have to go through a really narrow little chute, and I've read all of the reviews on it, and it's pretty tricky. So I think there's a very good chance that we maybe just graze the bottom on our way in today. We just missed high tide, so we're just on the downside of high tide. And the reason we picked this one is because it should be really good protection from the hurricane. We're pretty far north, and it's because it's so narrow to get in there and everything, we should be protected really well from all the land around. So the more we dilly-dally, the less water we'll have. So we gotta get going. Should be all right.
Right here?
So we came through a little passage. We're now anchored and set.
I'm really glad we got here when we did. The anchorage was maybe like half full when we got here maybe an hour ago, and it is just filling up every second. Another boat is showing up. It's a good place to be. I'm glad everybody's getting here. I think that the holding's good. Should be good. The hurricane isn't supposed to hit until tomorrow, which means that we have a few more hours the rest of today to get ourselves ready. And obviously the most important and first priority is to get this anchor.
I thought you were gonna say lunch.
Oh, definitely. Check it out. I mean, I don't know how wrapped it is, but
It's mostly just padding.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll find out soon. Let's take it back.
Hope it doesn't sink your dinghy.
Oh, it might. We've got the new anchor. Now the tricky part is to figure out how are we going to replace that anchor with this anchor
While at anchor.
without losing our spot in the anchorage, because there are not very many spots left. I think if we lose this spot, we've got to hover while doing it. The other issue is that we're a little concerned that our swivel is going to be too small.
Old anchor, new anchor, much bigger. Swivel went on beautifully. We've got Jade at the controls because I am trying to get the new anchor to be able to go off the side of the boat without hurting my back or the side of the boat. I think I'm going to use the halyard to lift it up over the lifelines and then maybe have Jade run up and slowly lower it into the dinghy.
It's 3 a.m. At the moment, the hurricane is still barreling directly towards us, but it's supposed to turn.
Yeah, it's supposed to turn and it's gonna die a lot before it actually gets to us. So right now it's coming kind of directly at us and then it's gonna hook west a little bit and hit mostly Long Island Sound, but we're still gonna get a lot of it coming to us. We have our new anchor set, we have a new snubber set, we tied everything up tight, we pulled the dinghy up on the deck and lashed it down. We
Took the bimini
down. We left the Dodger up and just like secured it really well. Cleaned out everything out of the cockpit, picked up all the interior in here.
At this point, I think our biggest risk, if we do end up with high winds, is getting hit by another boat who drags. I don't think we're going anywhere. We are so well set.
Yeah.
So something really dramatic would have to happen.
And there are a lot of boats around us.
We're surrounded by boats every direction.
I really want to go back to sleep, but I don't think I can. You
Do
probably can.
shifts?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, hi. What'd you just do?
I thought that guy was gonna get you. I couldn't catch it. Okay, what is it? The center section.